So Javale Mcgee has spent chunks of his career looking like a pretty silly basketball player. One who had a lot of potential, but because of mental lapses, stamina issues, and whatever else, just never seemed to really figure it out. However, towards the end of his time with the Warriors, and especially in the NBA Finals against the Cavs, Javale looked like a guy who could be a piece for a decent team, someone who you could rely on for 15 to maybe even 20 minutes a game, and sure, he wasn't going to do anything crazy, but he would just stick to the game plan and play within himself, and it was all going to go well. And that has carried over to the Lakers in a huge way, because Javale has been excellent for them as a roller to the rim, a defensive force. Yes, Javale Mcgee has been a bit of a defensive force so far. So let's talk about this. And there's a few areas where he's been excelling at, so we'll look at each one. And we're going to start with his ability to just do stuff around the basket. It helps that this Lakers team has quite a few ball handlers and playmakers between LeBron James, Rajon Rondo, Lonzo Ball, Lance, Brandon Ingram. So there's a lot of guys who can throw Javale the ball, and he's been converting them at an impressive 63%, and he is having by far and away his best scoring season of 17 points a game. Before this, the guy just scraped 12 points a game once in his career, and I think the reason we're seeing this is because he still has all of the physical gifts where he can jump higher and run faster than a lot of NBA bigs, but he's backing it up with the mental game for one. Sure, it may not look like much, but not every single center has the ability to always be in the right place at the right time around the basket and roll when you're supposed to roll and actually finish a lot of these plays, because there's a decent amount of NBA bigs whose finishing ability leaves something to be desired. So it's great to see. It's great to see a guy who was awesome in 2K for a long time because he would dunk on everybody's head finally start to do some of those things in real life. He's also just way more disciplined now. I can't recall that many plays in the preseason or in the regular season now for the Lakers where Javale has just done something stupid. Whether it's take the ball off the dribble himself and try to hit somebody with a crossover or make some behind the back pass that he has no business attempting. Nope, the dude is just doing what the Lakers ask him to do, and a lot of people, including me, kind of rolled their eyes when they saw this signing because, I mean, Javale Mcgee up to this point was not this player. And he is proving me wrong, he's proving a lot of people wrong, and he has been awesome for them offensively. There are many other things that he has been pretty damn good at, so we're going to move past his rolling skills, and we're going to get to his rebounding now. Currently averaging 7 rebounds a game, which is the best that he's done since 2012 when he was a starter for the Wizards. His offensive rebounding is also better than it ever has been, as he's averaging 3.5 offensive boards a game. And I think this is huge for the Lakers because their offense is already pretty impressive so far, 115 points per 100 possessions, that's 6th in the NBA. And Javale gives them an extra like 3 to 4 possessions a game, so they're already pretty difficult to defend. And then he's going to give them like a little extra to work with. That can be disheartening to defend. And the scary part is you could say this Laker team hasn't totally figured it out yet, and they're still one of the best offensive teams in the league, so we can only expect this stuff to improve. And I actually want to talk about Javale's offense a little bit more before we get to what he's doing on the defensive end. He's actually made some offense for himself this season. He's had a few opportunities in the low post where he's actually looked pretty good, where he's able to bust out some sort of a move and finish over a smaller guy if it's a switch. Now, I wouldn't expect these type of plays to happen a lot this season, especially not these jump shots, but if this is going to be like a little extra thing that Javale does occasionally, where he'll hit a 15-footer or he will post up just a little more often to bail you out of a possession that's going nowhere, I think that's pretty awesome. Again, don't expect Javale Mcgee post-ups for like 6 or 7 possessions a game, but if it's just the occasional one when nothing else is working, I think we'll take that. Just an all-around improvement for Javale, it seems, this season. And now, finally, we're going to get to his defense, which I think has perhaps been his biggest improvement and biggest impact. So, in terms of box score numbers, he's getting nearly 1 steal a game, and he's averaging about 3 blocks a game right now for the Lakers. And his attention to everything is just so much better. I mean, the dude has shown signs in the past of being a rim protector, especially in his days coming off the bench for the Nuggets. But even then, it was like the dude just jumped high and he swatted your shot away. Now he's doing a much better job of defending the pick and roll, staying with ball handlers, and anticipating what they're going to do, to where even if it's not a block shot, he's still going to alter their shot in a way. Now, I don't think he's like a defensive player of the year candidate, because I think his defense outside of the paint has been not where it is around the rim, but even so, the combination of the two has made him a pretty damn effective player on that end for the Lakers. I mean, his on-off numbers are pretty staggering. When he is not in the game, the Lakers' defensive rating is 121, and their net rating is -8. When he's in the game, their defensive rating is 101.7, which would make them like 5th in the league, whereas when he's not in there, they're the 2nd worst defensive team in the league. So, yeah, they need the guy out there. Now, of course, some of those drastic numbers are because they're using those super small lineups, but still, the dude's impact is legit. Javale Mcgee has been awesome for the Los Angeles Lakers, and he's quietly been one of the better centers in the NBA. Kind of a scary thing to say.